In this video, we finish our tune setup by updating our gears. ForzaTune focuses on three things when it comes to gearing: staying in the power band after each shift, reaching top speed, and getting a good launch. This is the type of launch we get with the race transmission when we just use the standard gears it gives us. The car completely bogs once we drop the clutch, and it's even worse once the tires are warm. But with ForzaTune, even an all-wheel drive car launches hard off the line with a little bit of wheel spin to hold revs in the power band. Now you'll see the biggest benefit from ForzaTune's gearing when you have upgrades that increase the redline or change the torque curve. If you had cams, turbos, superchargers, etc., then it's definitely worth upgrading to a race transmission and running this gear tuner. First, you want to go to the upgrade shop and click on any upgrade that will increase power. By clicking up, you can see max torque value and other values you used for the handling part of this calculator. Copy the max torque value into the top of the gearing tab on ForzaTune. Next, we want to find RPM for max torque and redline. These two values help us determine the power band of the engine. You can estimate these values by looking at the power and torque graph here, and in this case, line A is the RPM where max torque happens, and line B is the red line. Now you can get these values by counting each vertical line, which is 1000 RPM. So in this example, max torque occurs around 4500 and red line occurs around 8000 RPM. A value within 200 RPM is usually precise enough to get great results. Drive tire size is found in the tire upgrade section, as we saw in the handling tutorial video. Instead of tire width though, we want the complete tire size, which we type in here. When in doubt or applying to an all-wheel drive car like this one, just use the rear tire size. If your car has a supercharger or turbo setup, slide the forced induction button to on. Then you want to select the number of gears to match what you see in the transmission setup screen. Most cars will have 6 gears. And lastly, we use the in-game simulator to find the acceleration times and top speed for your ride. So we copy over the 0 to 100, or if you're using metric units, the 0 to 160 time, which in this case is 11.433 seconds. And then we also copy the top speed, which for this car was 176. Once you have all the information matched to your car, hit next on iOS or recalculate on Android to view the final drive ratio along with the ratios for each forward gear. And copy these into your tune setup screen and check out that beautifully curved gearing graph. Congratulations, you're now in the power band. So where to go from here? This is a great general purpose tune designed to let your car accelerate as quickly as possible while also reaching top speed. We want you to be able to use this on any track. But if you do want to fine tune, be sure to only adjust the final drive ratio. For example, I was trying to set some decent times on Catalonia and I noticed I was running out of gear just before the hairpin and in a few other areas. Instead of changing third gear or upsetting individual ratios, all you need to do is lower the final drive. In this case, I bumped it down to 3.8. Now, on this track, I no longer need to upshift at the end of the straights just before a turn. If you were on a shorter track and in a lower class vehicle, you may want to increase the final drive ratio to get a little extra acceleration since you might not hit your top speed on that track. Just be careful not to increase it to the point where you are shifting too much, since that can slow you down. Whenever you change tire size or perform engine upgrades, be sure to recalculate your gearing setup. This is Anthony, developer of ForzaTune 6, which you can get on the App Store or Google Play. Start saving time tuning and shaving time off your laps today. Thanks for watching.